Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. We were discussing in Malayalam and English on the quality aspects of the day-to-day food, in which we already explained about the pesticides and insecticides that used to be sprayed on the vegetables, and the simple techniques which can be adopted for removing that. And last day I explained about the carbohydrate, protein and the fat as the primary constituent going into our body through our day-to-day food. Today I will be explaining to you in small lines about the habit of eating the meat, animal products. We should always remember that in the West, generally cows, buffaloes, bullocks and goats or sheep are fed with high quality animal feeds, free from aflatoxin, free from pesticides, generally free from pesticides and insecticides. The quality of the cattle feed used to be almost equal to the quality of the food human beings take. That is the condition in the West. They nurture the animals in such a way that their food should be perfect and feeding materials should not boomerang back to the human being who will be eating the meat of that animals. Here in India, generally the waste products are given as the cattle feed. You know, the hay, the grass, the vegetable wastes and coconut cake, gingerly cake, cottonseed cake, soybean cake, all these waste materials containing the residues of the pesticides and insecticides, and also the dirt accumulated on that during the harvesting period, during the storing period, during the processing period, all those will be carried to the stomach of the animal, and from there it will be absorbed into the blood stream. And remember that all the pesticides and organic materials are lipophilic in nature. Lipophilic means they will be directly attracted to the fat of the animal body. Hydrophilic means they will be remaining in the intestine. If at all going to the blood, it will be filtered through the kidney and it will be going out, because they are soluble in water. That is why we call hydrophilic. So water soluble materials just go out of the animal body when enough water is given to that one with the cattle feed. Whereas lipophilic material will never go out, it will be absorbed in the body and it cannot be decomposed by the body, because the biological system of the human beings biological system of the human being and also animals cannot degrade, cannot decompose the pesticides and insecticides, aflatoxin and so on materials. So naturally it will be going and depositing on the adipose tissue or the ligaments or the liver and so on. Whenever we are killing the animals and taking part of these animals and boiling for making the meat product or roasting as the roasted meat products, this deleterious poisonous material will definitely be transferred to the human body, because it cannot be decomposed even while roasting. And when an animal lives for about 10 years or 15 years or even 25 years, whatever may be the food they are taking, whether it is waste material or other thing, all the poisonous material which is going inside the body of the animals will be accumulated in the fat and continuously, quantitatively it will be increasing, which is known as biomagnification. Biomagnification is the increasing of the pesticides and the poisonous material in the body of the animals every day whenever that animal eats this type of poisonous material. And when somebody is taking the liver fry, remember that the liver is the detoxification center in the body of the animals, including human being. But that liver contains the DDT, the BHC, the carbamate pesticides, chloropesticides and phosphopesticides and all other materials. And that directly goes into the stomach of the human being. So liver fry is the most dangerous material, but people say most delicious. Every part of the animal contains these biomagnified pesticides. That is one aspect. Another aspect, all the dirty materials are given as the feed for the animals. Those materials will also be entering into the body of the human being when they eat the meat. The third part of the thing is that animal fats are all saturated fats and over fat, about which we will be discussing later. Animal proteins in overdose creates problem in the human body, because we need protein to about 50-60 grams. Very much hard working, manually working people may need slightly high. Generally 50-60 grams of protein will be enough for our body per day for a grown up man, and that will be available from pulses, cereals and grains and other vegetables what we are eating. That much quantity is enough. Overdose of protein will be always dangerous for the body. And once an individual start eating the meat, the tongue will be always craving for the non-vegetarian food. That is the most dangerous thing. And another point, as I told you yesterday, only animal meat and animal fat contains cholesterol. The human body produces about 1 gram of cholesterol, and it utilizes also. But overdose cholesterol going inside the body, that cannot be decomposed nor utilized. It will be deposited in the blood vessels, creating high density and low density lipoproteins. Low density lipoprotein creates low density cholesterol esters. That creates the shrinkage of the diameter, and blood pressure will be increased, consequently resulting in the heart attack. And animals are killed in the most dirty conditions. So all type of virus, bacteria, yeast and germs will be entering into the meat. That will be creating the problem. Majority of the animals are injected with the different types of hormones, including chicken and goat, for special and overgrowth. That will be resulting in the same type of observation in the human body. The hormones which creates oversize for the animals can also create oversize in the human body. Luckily it is less in India, but it is also still there in India. And animals are killed after making it a drink many other salts and other things, so that the blood of the animals will not clot. Many people, especially in central Kerala, prefer bleeding meat with oozing blood, the blood red color meat they prefer, for which these animals are forced to drink trispa water, trisodium phosphate water, in the previous night. That will be absorbed by the body and the meat will remain as such without clotting and oozing the blood from that. That will be dangerous for the food, for the individuals who are consuming that food. And animals are slaughtered in front of other animals, so the fear psychosis created in that animal will be producing large quantity of lactic acid and other impurities in the body. In fact, poisons, those will also be affecting the human body. Thus, overdose of protein, overdose blood and overdose hemoglobin in the blood and biomagnified biomagnified pesticides and poisonous material in the blood and in the fat, extra cholesterol in the fat, saturated fatty acids of the animal body, and poisonous materials created at the time of slaughtering, and the poisonous materials absorbed by the animal body while it is traveling from the starting point to the destination, on the way it is travelled, and all the problems of hormones injected to the animals. Other than all these things, majority of the animals might have spent major part of its time for serving human being, whether it is cow or it is goat or it is chicken or it is buffalo, both male and female, spend the whole life for serving the human being, and finally they are slaughtered at the last part of its life. By that time this animal might have got different type of diseases also. They are growing by eating many things. Animal body is not very much different from human body. When we eat different type of things and we roam in different types of areas, and different types of bacteria, virus, yeast and other microorganisms will be entering into human body. Exactly like that, different types of pathogenic microorganisms can penetrate into the animal body where its diseases are not demonstrable or observable outside. So naturally majority of the animals may be having very poor health condition. Their meat we are eating means we are inviting the diseases and we are creating problem. The rate of increase of heart attack in Kerala is the highest in the world, it appears. The rate of increase of cancer, rate of increase of psychosomatic diseases, rate of increase of skin problem and blood pressure plus cholesterol related problems, and all these are very common in Kerala, where it is said that 22 lakhs animals are slaughtered in every week, and slaughterhouse waste and slaughterhouse problems another contribution for the negative things. So my request to you, scientifically proven facts I have explained it to you, and remember that very good quality clean vegetarian foods are enough for our body, and change yourself into the vegetarian field, give to your children also vegetarian food, and never create the bad habit of giving them meat in the name of you are giving them highly nutritious food. Meat is not a nutritious food for an Indian tropical situation. Meats are not needed. Unfortunately, these are all served in Graha Pravesham, in a marriage party and other parties also. Avoid it. Pranams to you. Thank you very much.